NASCAR Cup Series racing at Talladega is in trouble. It has a huge issue, and if you watched yesterday's race and you've been a fan for, I don't know, at least 6 years, you probably saw that as well. But I've seen people all over Twitter, all over YouTube, calling this race amazing. But let me tell you right here, this is not Talladega. This is not the Superspeedway racing we used to love in NASCAR. And today I'm going to explain why. So I've been a NASCAR fan for a long time at this point, many years. I've been a fan way before the next-gen car, so I've seen multiple different eras of NASCAR racing. And the Superspeedway Talladega Daytona racing that I used to see with that Gen 6 car, I guess most recently before this Gen 7 car, was incredible and not anything like we saw on Sunday. So what you're seeing right now is something that we call gridlock. So basically the top two, as you can see, Carson Hocevar and Chris Buescher, they're side by side. Nobody can make anything happen behind them. So they're quite literally just being pushed along. And this was your top two in the final lap, by the way. I mean, the race went on and on and on. You see, just cut this 10 to go. It's still the exact same, like, top 6 cars all in line. This is exactly what happens when they're racing full throttle in the Gen 7 car. You can't make a move behind, because if you do, if you pull out a line, you're going to the back of the field. There's no other option. You're going to just lose all your momentum, and there's nothing you could do about it. Now, some of you more casual and maybe newer fans might look at this picture right here and say, wait, they're 4 wide. But this is not possible when they're going full throttle. This, of course, is fuel saving. And it's the same thing with 3 wide racing. When they're not full throttle, they can race 3 and 4 wide pretty easily, but it's not like they're going anywhere anyways, because they're, you know, half throttle the entire time. But the second you're wide open for the entire pack, it goes straight to double file, and it's literally, like I said, gridlock. You can't make a move from behind. The top two, with like 20 to go, if there's no caution, they're winning the race. I mean, unless somehow something happens to the top two, someone gets crashed up there, they are winning the race. One of the top 2 finishers. I mean, you've seen photo finishes like that before. Like, here's another example right here. Harvick and Blaney are side by side for a while, and they're, of course, door to door here in the final lap. Nobody else can make a move behind them. You see Byron trying to go somewhere, the 36 trying to go somewhere. They literally can't pull out a line. And then, of course, they crash. You see a photo finish. Harvick got disqualified anyways. But it's been the same thing every single year. It's either, like, they crash, there's a massive crash that changes up the order, and maybe it's not the front row winning that has been the front row for 20 laps, or they just stay gridlocked like I showed you before for God knows how many laps, just like we saw last night. Now, gridlock actually isn't an issue at all at Atlanta Motor Speedway, which ironically is another super speedway that actually this time produces the best racing in NASCAR. And Daytona isn't as bad as Talladega, so my kind of thing here is I think the bigger the track, but the bigger the super speedway, the bigger the issue this is. Of course, Atlanta is a 1.5 mile track, and it's amazing. Daytona is a little smaller than Talladega. It's okay. Talladega, though, is the worst with this issue. So what I'm going to do now is play yesterday's Talladega finish with the Gen 7 car, and then I'm also going to play the Talladega 2019 fall finish, my personal favorite Talladega race of all time. That, of course, was with the old Gen 6 car, and I want you to kind of spot the difference. We're going to play both of the final laps.
White flag is waving. It'll be 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
You just never know how the energy is going to build right here. See the 17 car not quite clear of Carson Hocevar as they enter the middle of turns 1 and 2.
Stenhouse right on the door of the 48. Here comes some energy on the outside. Elliott, Stenhouse, watch this.
Really big push right here. Guys on the bottom aren't really connected, but that 3 car is going to get to the back bumper of the 48.
The 9's going to create another situation for this outside. He's coming on him.
Long ways to the start-finish line still.
Hocevar edging up on the bottom. They're 3 wide. Priest, contact, 4 cars into the wall. Leaders coming to the line. Number 13, first-time winner, Carson Hocevar.
Do you want to be in? Do you want to be leading or in second? I think you have to be leading. There's always a wreck with 1 to go, and then the race is over. So I think Blaney's got to be in this position.
Chase Elliott jumped out of line. That was likely his only opportunity, as he's going to get almost 3 wide there with the 13.
Tries to get help. He tries to get that help from Ty Dillon. Now, everyone fighting for every position. Down the backstretch for the final time.
Ryan Newman, huge push from Hamlin.
Here comes Newman.
Oh,
Sideways.
He saved it. He saved it.
that's going to give that 12 car a chance to get another run, but Newman way out front. They're going to have a big run coming up on this 6 car down the front straightaway.
Huge block coming right here.
Blaney, as they go around the 37, almost upside down. So is the 96, Parker Kligerman. Here they come. They've
Now that 2019 fall finish, my goodness, that was badass. I mean, like 3 lead changes on the final lap. You could push anywhere. You could make any moves. You could have like 2 car tandems. You could push up to the front. I mean, it was just insane. Runs could be built from anywhere. Incredible natural photo finish. Blaney door slamming to the inside of Newman. Just incredible. And then the finish yesterday. They're gridlocked side by side for basically the entire lap until they can finally maybe pull out a line for 3rd and 4th place behind the 2 leaders, but that's down the front straightaway, so it's too late at that point. And of course, the guys that were 1-2 20 laps ago finished 1-2, and there were literally no lead changes really besides the top 2 swapping back and forth. I mean, this type of garbage racing, as you can see, has produced many photo finishes, but I mean, it might look thrilling right here, but it's not at all. Like, they were side by side, Cindric here with Priest. They were door to door for God knows how many laps, and literally no one could do anything else to build a run behind them, or else they're screwed. And this was in no way an issue in the O'Reilly race on Saturday. Of course, that uses basically the old COT, has nothing to do with the Gen 7 car. Just badass racing all around, so many passes. I mean, you can build runs, of course, from anywhere, make it 3 wide on the bottom. You're not gridlocked side by side. They're full throttle racing with 3 to go on the stage, and they're actually, you know, able to make passes, build runs from, you know, 3rd on back, not just the top 2 going side by side, and whoever gets a better push coming to the line at the finish the race wins. Again, this is mostly a Talladega issue, excluding some of the issues we've had with Daytona, but most of the time this is a huge issue at Talladega, and it really makes me sad. Like, look at the racing they stole from us. This is just fantastic. I mean, anyone could build a run from anywhere. They could just push up. I mean, you didn't have to stay side by side gridlocked. It was just beautiful racing. I mean, I would just kill for this back. This is just so insane. I just love this kind of racing with the Gen 6 car. Anything could happen. It was just beautiful, like we see in O'Reilly today. Even better, in my opinion. The 2019 package was just, oh my god, literally the best package in NASCAR history for a Superspeedway. I'm going to be honest. I'm sorry, Gen 4 car, but man, nothing for me beats what we saw back in 2019. And yeah, I do understand what happens in result of this package, what kind of made it go away, and then maybe kind of set up what we see today with the Gen 7 car. But my goodness, I would just do anything to have that back. But I don't know what the solution is. I mean, maybe change up the package a little bit, but I don't think you can really change much at this point. I don't see the racing realistically changing that much just with the package change. I honestly think we need a full car change. We got to go back to what we saw in the Gen 6. I hate the Gen 7 cars. I hate the bodies. I hate everything about them. It's a terrible race car. It just is. I'm sorry. They suck on short tracks. They ruin that. They suck on mile and halves apparently now. They suck on road courses. They even suck on super speedways. They're literally only good at Atlanta and Michigan and Fontana, but, you know, that kind of doesn't exist anymore. But, yeah, I don't really know at this point. Hopefully there is some way that NASCAR could fix the modern super speedway racing that we see, and we could get back what we saw and get rid of the horrible gridlock, horrible fuel saving, which somehow still exists. I guess get rid of stages at that point for super speedways. But yeah, I don't really have a solution other than that. I'm not an engineer. I don't know. But that'll just about do it. Leave a comment what you think NASCAR could do if you have any ideas. And I will see you guys in the next one.